Good morning. It's Thursday, November the 16th, out here in Monterey, Massachusetts. It is raining. It's raining. Yay. What are you going to do? Can't always have beautiful sunny days. Yesterday was cold, but sunny and clear. Got my transmission filled back up. And there was no problems. It shifts and works right, so thank the Lord. Praise be to Him that day, and today, and every other day. Just really happy about that. That really sucked. I was not excited. Not excited at all. Like I said, things happen. I hate when expensive things happen. But we got her lined out, and it's working fine. It's working good. And didn't have any issues. Actually had a fantastic day yesterday after that. Got to the job. We booked the job for 3 days. And it wasn't the development I was talking about. It was another one. And it was a very nice development. Same size houses like I was talking about, but this road is designed properly. We ended up cutting trees around the land manager's house. So we showed him what we could do. Hopefully get work for the rest of the development. That'd be great. It'd be great to go back there every year and do a bunch of work there. Because there is a bunch of work there. You clear land and sometimes the trees around where you cleared suffer a little bit and they got to get taken down. Bulldozers come in and disturb the ground and disturb the tree's root systems, and they get distressed and they'll die. Their trees are very sensitive. We like to think they're rough and tough, and most of them are. But the fact of the matter is, if you disturb any plant's root system, it gets upset. It doesn't want to live. So we took down a bunch of hardwoods the other day. Like I said, we booked that sucker for 3 days. Ended up getting almost everything on the ground except for 5 hemlocks. And, how do you beat that? How do you beat that? You got more work done than you thought you were going to get done. Still going to get paid. That's a great feeling. It's a great feeling getting stuff done, being accomplished. Had the 2071 out there and the 2260. I had a really nice square chain on that 2260, and all the hardwood that we felled on this property was going to stay and be firewood for next year. The gentleman told us to cut it up and leave it in a pile, and he would split it and stack it at a later date. So that wasn't really a big deal. But that area was rocky. It was real rocky, and I didn't quite see the rock. And I toasted that beautiful square chain. I mean, it's destroyed. It probably had half of its life before it got bummed up. And I had to. It's not even worth sending to somebody to sharpen. I mean, seriously, it was like I did one tooth and it was something like 20 passes, and I said, yeah, probably not. I'm gonna put this in the box and throw a loop of round chain on it. I went and picked up a steel chain. I don't always buy steel chain, but every now and again the guys I buy stuff from all the time, they give me an all right deal, and got me a box of got me a 72 driver Oil-O-Matic to put on that 2260. That's a snotty saw. My God. It probably turns. It probably turns 12.5 in the wood. I'm not even kidding. With a 20-inch bar, I could put a 24 on it, and it probably wouldn't be so stout. But it's got some serious chain speed. Something's got to be said about that saw. I mean, you pull the trigger, and it snaps to the limiter almost immediately. Those 562s, I love those damn things. Once again, not a brand loyal guy. I like everything. You know, I've got Steels, I've got Huskies, I've had Dolmars, I've had them all. But that 562 really gets me. It's a snappy little bugger. It runs real good. Loud too, and I like loud because you know, it's funny. I wear hearing protection regardless of what I'm running, unless I'm in the Feller Buncher, because the Feller Buncher's cab is insulated, and you could take a nap in that thing while it's running. I mean, it's real quiet, but I love the sound that 2260 makes. It sounds like I don't know what it sounds like. It sounds awesome, is what it sounds like. I'll rev it just to hear it spin. It is a limbing machine. You get into some limbing, cut and brush, and I mean the speed in which it spools up is just ridiculous. What a great saw. Had the 460 there in the video as well that I put up. And that one's just got a base gasket delete. I took the base gasket out of it, used some Yamabond, and just cleaned the ports up a little bit. Didn't do anything crazy to it. I raised the intake a little bit on it and flared it a little, and advanced the timing on it. It had a gutted muffler on it anyways, and it has an HD2 on it, which I hate. I hate HD2 filters. You know, you can cut for 2-3 tanks, and that thing is plugged. It's so stupid. You know, steel filtration is way behind. You know, the only one that, you know, until the new saw, the 462 comes out, the only saw that really had good filtration was the 441. And I hate 441s. I think they're dogs. I take that back. I don't hate them. It's definitely not one of my preferred models. I feel like it's underpowered for its weight, and I feel that the mounts are soft, and it just feels like you're hauling a toddler around. If it was stronger, then it wouldn't bother me, you know? But why am I going to have a 441 when I can have a 460 or a 461 that's around the same weight with more power? You know, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I love M-Tronic, so that's really saying something because, you know, 441, all the later ones, well, I think most of the later ones were M-Tronic. So that's saying something about that model. Now, the 462 is going to be 70.2 cc's or something like that. So that says to me that they're probably going to make that 441 disappear, and they're probably going to keep that 461 around for a little while that new 462 gets its teeth into the business. And the rumors of the what is it they call it, an M500 or MS500, MS500i. That's going to be an 80 cc saw, I think they said, or that's at least what I'm reading. You know, like I said about rumors in the other video, you know, mostly false with a tad of truth. But the MS500i is confirmed to exist. It does exist. It is an 80 cc saw. It is fuel injected. It is not M-Tronic. It is fuel injected. Now, I talked to a few of my buddies on the forum, and some of them had some reticence about it. Some of them had some reservations about fuel injection. And I said, hey, you like your truck, don't you? Your truck's fuel injected. Think about trucks 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Carburetors. You always had to fiddle with them. They were never consistent. They didn't always run tip-top. And you couldn't get nearly the adjustability or the power out of them that you can from fuel injection. I've got experience building performance engines. You know, a fuel injected, we'll just say a fuel injected 350, you know, with a, you know, obviously with an aftermarket injection system, because the injection systems that came on those engines are lackluster. You know, throttle body sucked. The multi-port was fair, or the sequential. I can't remember what they used on those, but they were fair. But if you put, you know, an aftermarket carb on a 350 and an aftermarket fuel injection system on a 350, the fuel injection will get it. You will have to sit at a laptop and make it work, and you'll have to have knowledge to make that work, but it will work, and it will work better. It'll always start in the cold. It'll always start in the hot. It won't care about humidity. It won't care about elevation. It'll adjust for elevation because, they have manifold pressure sensors. Just works better. I don't care what anybody says. That's my experience. I've got experience in that. I built some fast stuff, and fuel injection works. So fuel injection in saws, that's going to be a thing. We always heard about it from Stihl, but we never saw it. Well, it exists. It's a thing. So to me, it looks like Stihl is going to be doing different engine size classes than they did before. The MS460 was like 76.5 cc's, but the replacement saw is 70 cc's, and then the new MS500i is 80 cc's, which leads me to believe that the replacement for the 661 in the future is probably going to be 90 cc's, or it might stay the same, I don't know. But it looks like they're going to a different style of engine size class, which is cool, I'm really interested to see what the new 572 from Husqvarna and the 462 from Stihl have to offer. But what I'm really interested in is what Dolmar Makita has coming down the tubes. They, like I said, my opinion is that they make the best saws. Period. It's like a blend of Stihl and Husky, and they look great and they perform great. I used mine professionally for like 3 years and only had to replace a couple anti-vibe mounts, and that was from me yoking on it like an idiot. At one point I decided I was just gonna try to break mounts, and it took me a while of yanking on that damn thing to break mounts, which is impressive. The mount design on those 7900 saws is ingenious. There's so much more that will break before the actual spring breaks. They're held to the chassis by the spring and the washer and the torque screw, and what holds them from the end is a plastic cap that has a massive Allen head recess in it, and that just works awesome. You can change a mount in those in no time. Almost all the mounts are accessible. It was just laid out well. But back to my dreams and wanton desires. I want to see Dolmar step up to the plate, get some dealer support, and kick it home with another serious set of saws. The 6100 is a bad mamma jamma. The 7910 was a great saw, but times are moving ahead. Times are moving ahead. We're getting more power with less engine size and less weight, and they need to step up to the plate. They're offering more models, which is great for homeowners, farm use. The 5600 that I have been told is similar to the 6100 in its design. I can't recall if Dan said it has reeds or not, but it has a certain cackle to it, makes a certain sound, and the design is similar. I don't know if you guys can hear it if I shut my yap for a minute, but it's raining pretty hard. It's raining pretty damn hard. It's 36 degrees, 37 degrees. I thought it was going to be warmer with the rain. It's not warmer. It's not warmer at all. Going to get a wet ass today, I think. I don't like working in the rain. I hate it. Makes conditions slick. You're more likely to fall. It's just undesirable. The equipment likes to get stuck in the mud. We got a big Mahindra tractor with a big Fransgard winch on the back, and it works great. It's a bitchin' machine, but at the same time, it is an unwieldy beast. It's a 55 model. It's a big tractor. Well, I mean, it's not really big, but Well, it looks like I'm going to get going, guys. Stay safe. Be well. Take care.